Hello everyone, back again with another LaserDisc pickups video and another collection complete. I picked up two LaserDiscs recently that completed a set of everything that I want for a favorite late 80s TV series of mine, Beauty and the Beast with Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton. This is the first two episodes, premiere and episode 2 on LaserDisc, brand new sealed. Just got this, haven't opened it up yet, but I'm going to open that up and give it a watch later today. Love this series, absolutely fantastic. It has a bit of a soap opera feel to it and is a little over the top sometimes with the romantic elements, but I love that. I love the sappy romance. I'm so into it. Amanda says it goes too far in that direction. She doesn't really like it, but I absolutely love it. I loved watching reruns of this in the 90s growing up, and I really enjoyed rewatching what I had seen and then finishing the series on DVD. So I finished What I Want on LaserDisc. They did release, I think it's episodes 1 through 8, and then the long season 3 departure of Linda Hamilton, I think, is also on LaserDisc, but only wanted to grab a couple to complete my set. Didn't really feel the need to go for all the releases, so I have What I Want now with a sealed copy of the first 2 episodes, and then some of my favorite very early season 1 episodes 5 and 6. Got that. And just watched this last night on LaserDisc, and it was in very good condition. Great show. So I grabbed the 2 LaserDisc releases that I want. Just wanted the premiere and then like one other. I just selected one out of the group because I have the entire thing on DVD, of course. And the first season is spectacular. They're both just such great actors in this. They both do an amazing job. Great supporting cast, but really Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton together just carry this show through. Amazing. And there's so many really great 90s TV actors in here that would later move on to other shows. You know, like you have Armin Shimmerman, he's Quark, and then he's in Buffy as well, and you have people from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like all kinds of iconic 90s TV shows. There are a lot of them that are in here, and also one of the co-creators and one of the head writers for this series is George R.R. Martin. So for you people that are fans of his work, just love this series. Season 1 is really the big iconic series and is amazing, and that's really what I saw growing up as reruns of Season 1. Season 2 is also fantastic, builds on some really interesting ideas, and I think is a great second season and builds up to be an amazing show. But then we get the third season, which you get it to complete the set and watch it to finish the story, but it does not live up to the first 2 at all. It is a show that's final season is a bit of a letdown. It kind of changed direction and a little bit with the style of the show. What happened behind the scenes, part of the story, one of the more general ideas is that they wanted the show to reach more of the male demographic. It was very in 1 and 2. They were seeing that it was doing really well with women, but they wanted it to expand more and also include more men. And that was one of several things behind the changes to the third season. There's also the departure of Linda Hamilton, which kind of destroys any chance of the show doing well because the entire show revolves around their role. But there are lots of things that went on. That was just one of the things that let it really kind of change tone, and just it's not as good as the first 2 seasons. But overall, I love the show. I have one sealed VHS copy of a single episode that I just found over the years, grabbed it because it was sealed. And yes, for you youngins, this is what it was like trying to get TV shows back in the day. You would buy a LaserDisc or a VHS tape, or you'd spend, anywhere from $10 to $20+ for hour-long shows, maybe 1 to 2 episodes. This is 1 episode on here, 1 to 2 episodes. The half-hour programs, maybe anywhere from sometimes as little as 2 to 4 episodes. And again, you're spending anywhere from $10 to over $20. Averaging like $15. That's what it used to be like. I remember those days. But yeah, so 1 episode on a sealed VHS, whole thing on DVD, and then those LaserDiscs. And one of the most iconic things about the show was its sense of poetry. It really had that throughout a lot of its writing, and then specifically in the readings and the poetry that Vincent Ron Perlman's character does for Catherine, Linda Hamilton's character. It's one of the most iconic things, and Ron Perlman has such a great reading voice that it's something that really sticks with you, and they did release compilations of that poetry and readings from the series on different audio formats. And when I learned about that, I'm like, alright, I'd love to grab a copy. And I never actually went out looking for it, never went online or anything like that. It was one of those, if I stumble upon it, I'd like to have it. Well, over the years, just randomly at thrift stores, I was able to cobble together all 3 versions of that release. We have the release on cassette. It is Of Love and Hope. And then we have on CD. And then, randomly going through the vinyl records, I found it there as well. So, just, you never know, stumbling through thrift stores, I was able to complete all 3 releases there of the poetry from the series. So I am calling this collection complete. It is what I have, what I want. It's another one of those off the list. Fantastic. Very happy to have this. It's a great series. If you haven't seen it, check it out. There was a really horrendous remake they did of the series not too long ago. Avoid it at all costs. This is fantastic. From the late 80s. First 2 seasons, amazing. 3rd season, big letdown, but it has its moments. It has parts that are really good. But yeah, just a fun series overall, and one to really check out. But definitely not one that's for everyone. You really have to enjoy the sappy, over-the-top, emotional, romantic element and the real poetry of the show. And sometimes the almost soap opera-y elements of the show. If you really think you'd like that and dig it, check it out, and definitely watch for Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman and their performances, because they are fantastic.